Magpies Cottage.
I'm Amy.
And we were just talking about what you're wearing.
I think, I don't even think this ever made it to the podcast.
I don't think so. I was wearing one last week.
Yes, 2 weeks ago that was.
Yeah, last time I was wearing a Summer Canoes by
Judith, yes. Elspeth Judith.
Summer Canoes.
But in that podcast, she was talking about one of your whips, that cardigan.
Yeah.
That was this yarn.
No, the pullover.
The pullover?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyways, she's showing this yarn. I'm going, boy, I like that yarn.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and checked. There was one sweater quantity remaining, and I bought it, and I knit it, and it's done.
Yeah, and it looks really nice.
Okay, I gotta stand up. I just love this thing.
Yeah, show
See?
it off.
I love it. It is just the most comfortable wearing. This is black. I finished it in a week and a day. And what I think knitting wise, okay, it knits quick. This pattern knits quick because you're always thinking, ooh, I get through that section. And then you get to the next section and ooh, another section.
Yeah.
And it's that kind of knitting. It's just like self-striping socks, you know?
Yeah.
Anyways. So.
Yeah, and the yarn was Cashmere 365.
Yep.
And it's a cotton cashmere blend.
Yes. And it's a chainette, like a chain ply. And I've never knit that either. That was the other interesting thing. I had never knit a chain ply.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It really turns out nice. I mean, you can't tell it's a chain ply once it's
No,
knit.
no.
Not
You
at
wouldn't
all.
know. And I mean, I didn't know. Now, one thing, I did put the neckband on because I felt it was too wide, the regular neckband. So I
Okay.
added the optional neckband.
Okay.
And then I also added one more stockinette section to the bottom.
Okay.
I should have stopped here
Okay.
and gone to the ribbing. And I thought, you know what, that's just a little short on me. I would like to cover the tiger.
Yeah.
So I covered the tiger. And so I did one more stripe of stockinette. And then by doing that, then in the 5 stitch pattern repeat big picture, well, the next stitch pattern was the 1x1 rib.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Then I think mine must have ended there too, but maybe I didn't do a full repeat. Because mine just kind of went right, like, you know, it was in order.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
yeah.
according to the pattern, it says knit till you want to be done finishing on a full section or
11
something.
inches or something.
Yeah, something like that. Well, I just kept going until I got to this last stockinette, and then I went from there, did the 2 purl rows and the knit row, and then I went into the ribbing, and that worked out. And then like up here, I was able to do a full stockinette
the
repeat.
same as the bottom.
Yeah. So it turned out mathematically perfect.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I am wearing a very old thing, my
This old
Night
thing.
Sky. Yeah, I've worn it many times before. It's by Heidi Kermeyer, Night Sky. It's got that beautiful ribbing on the bottom and on the sleeves.
Yeah, it's nice lace. That band of lace.
Yeah, it's a fan design. And that's made out of this Audra mix, which is linen, 76 linen, 12 silk, and 12 viscose.
It is gorgeous.
That's this yarn. It has 205 yards and a 50-gram ball. Now I have some left. I only have 3 of the blue left. Sweater quantity of the green I have. Sweater quantity of the black I only have 2 balls of this because somebody's taking some home with
I
her.
wouldn't know who that would be.
And that's all I have left in the store. But there is some left if you want to get on the website and order because it'll go quick. Everything's going quick now.
I know.
Yeah, so that's what I'm wearing. So I have no finishes.
No finishes?
No
Well, I
finishes.
suppose you've been working your tail off.
Oh yeah, in the store, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, I mean, look at the walls. There's all
Yeah.
kinds of shelving and the slat wall's missing from there.
Somebody took Slatwell home?
Diane, yeah, took that. I'm gonna take that one, I think. Yeah.
Very cool.
I decided to hang my quilting rules and quilting rulers and stencils.
Oh, that's a
on
good
some
idea.
right behind the ironing board.
Yeah.
Because the ironing board kind of takes up wall space.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it'll dual purpose that wall space.
Well, that sounds wonderful.
Yeah. So
I can't wait to see when you've got your whole crafting area all redone,
Yeah.
and set up the way you want to do it. I can't wait to see it.
yeah.
We'll have to podcast from there one day.
Yeah, we will. We'll have to do a craft room tour.
Yes, yes. Well, and when I get mine done, if
Yeah.
ever, it's just.
Yep.
You know what my problem is now? It's nice outside, for
Yeah.
crying out loud.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
It was not that busy in here today, and I think that's why, because it's just beautiful out there. It's in the 70s. Well, Diane said it was awfully hot in Plymouth, so it must be over 80 in Plymouth. But here and in Sheboygan,
Oh, no.
both of them are beautiful.
I was on the golf course. I literally came from the golf course to here. And there on the golf course, now I'm at Riverdale on the south side, there's a southerly breeze and pretty good, a stiff breeze off the lake. So it's plenty cool. It's like not uncomfortably hot on playing golf. It was wonderful all day. And then as I'm driving out here, I could see my falls is a little bit warmer. Although there's some pretty black clouds out there. So I'm thinking Plymouth might be lucky enough to get some rain.
Okay.
And because of the south winds, I looked at the radar and everything is blowing north. It's going straight north. The wind's pushing
so we
it.
won't get it.
We won't see any. No. So
I watered my plant, my one and only flower. But I decided already I wasn't putting any flowers out this year because it's just too busy.
Oh, yeah.
And except for I got a big pot of dahlias. Because
Okay.
I have a dahlia great-granddaughter this year.
Well, that would be nice, yes.
So I just put that in the front yard. And I watered that this morning, gave it a quarter water. Now, I don't know if that can stay there, though, because that's the north side of the house. I don't know
Does
if
it get
it
any
doesn't
full
get
sun?
hardly any sun.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Dahlia's want sun.
Yeah, it says sheltered sun on the tag. So I don't know. I might.
Meaning you don't want it. It might be fine on a patio.
Yeah.
But in full sun, but not exposed to a lot of wind.
Yeah. So I don't know if I'll put it to the back. If I put it in the back, I'll hardly ever see it because I don't go outside that much. So if it's in the front, I see it all the time when I'm coming and going.
That's nice.
Yeah, but we'll see. And I'll try to winter the tubers or, whatever when it's done this year. See if
That's a real pain in the butt.
see if I can do it.
I tried it.
You got to take them out and let them dry out
Yeah.
outside of the dirt, right?
Well, and then, or you can take them out and just store them in a cool place in sawdust. That's what
Okay.
they tell you.
Okay. So I'll try that.
I mean,
We'll see if it
go to the
works.
pet store and get some sawdust or something like that and put them in a box.
Yeah. Yep.
So what you got along for whips?
Oh, aren't you going to show your finish? I see you have one.
I do have a finish. I do.
Besides what you're wearing.
Yes, I do. This is not available. It is called Beach something. I don't even know if that's going to be the official name of it.
Oh, okay.
It's Beach something from Lisa Ross. It is a test knit. Is not going to be available to John Q. Public until around June 10th. But I did talk with her and I said, can I show it? Because we were podcasting. So this is brand new coming out. I just tested it. And I will tell you, I love the way it finished. Okay, so you start out on pointy end here. And like the last test I did, it's got the central spine where you're doing a central double decrease in the middle. But these stitches, she calls them conks.
They're really neat looking.
Yes, they are not hard to do, but I will tell you they hurt my hand after a while when you do so many.
Oh, okay.
I had to take breaks on this, but you know what? My hand and my elbow are sore to begin with. They're sore just because I knit too freaking much. That said, these conks, basically, you double wrap it. No, triple wrap it. Wrap it 3 times when you're knitting it. And then the next row, you drop the wraps, and then you knit all 5, there's 5 stitches involved, and you knit in the front, knit in the back, knit front and back, front and back, front. So that you start with 5 stitches and you end with 5 stitches. But what that does is that it twists them, and you get this cool little hole thing going.
Yeah.
Right, and I love the stitch. I do not enjoy knitting it. I'll be honest. I don't enjoy knitting it, but I love the finished effect.
Well, it's something you wouldn't need to have a lot of. Like you could put a row of them around
yeah.
your sweater. It would
Oh
look
yeah,
beautiful.
that'd be gorgeous.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful stitch. So it starts out with that. There are 6 colors here, so 6 minis. Then after the conchs, you go to this beautiful lace. And she calls it fishtail lace. It does look like fishtails. I'll call it mermaid tail because I like mermaids better. And then you continue the mermaid tail lace, fishtail lace, whatever, in the stripes of the color. And then you end with rows of conchs.
Very nice.
So it is just this beautiful, long, gorgeous wrap. And I love it.
Cool.
I love it. So, this is knit in Miss Bab's yarn, Yummy 2-ply. And this was a set of minis I had in stash. I don't even know. There's a name for the colorway, but heck if I can remember what it was. But it's all Yummy 2-ply.
So watch for that.
Watch for that coming out. And I will say, this probably isn't a beginner knit because the conchs take a little time.
Sure.
The lace is, the purl row is easy, so it's only one-sided. But I would not say this is the easiest Lisa knit I've ever done. Okay?
That's okay.
Well, yeah.
You need some challenges once
You do.
in a while.
You do.
Okay.
And so those are my FOs.
That's not an FO?
This is an interesting thing.
Oh, okay.
This is not an FO. It is a whole lot of nothing.
Okay.
It is weaving. I went to the Interweave Yarn Fest, Craft Fest, whatever, on Friday. And I took a class in rigid heddle. And so what we did was we direct warped. We started here. I didn't do anything with the ends, so they're just hanging there. This was the oranges scrap yarn to spread the warp. This is called lino, or lino. Then this is an interesting kind of wrap, so you can do a row partial. And then this is getting little bumps. There's some texture things that we learned how to do. And then the rest of it, I was just playing with my tension, trying to get an even beat. It's rigid heddle loom, so has limitations, but it also has lots of possibilities for people like myself who have a boatload of fingering yarn in stash. You could weave this, weave a scarf, for example, a wool scarf, in probably 2 afternoons if you use the direct warp method.
Sure. And
what I'm finding is that rigid heddle loom that I have is going to be very useful for doing that.
Okay.
So that I wanted to talk a little bit about this Interweave Festival, or Yarn Fest, but it was really 3 events in one. I don't know if it's going to come back to Milwaukee. Interweave maybe moves it around, but there were bead vendors, like if you were a beader. So it's like it's quilting, it's beading, it's fiber. They had some yarn vendors, some bead vendors, lots of face cream vendors that they do at all these women. Well, if there's women going to be in the joint, they always put a whole bunch of face cream crap in there. Okay. But so there was all that, and that was kind of fun. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say there was a lot of yarn. I think I bought a total of 2 skeins and 3 skeins of yarn. So I mean, I didn't buy much yarn. I didn't have a lot of time to shop because I was in class all day. I mean, this was an all-day class, but it wasn't an expensive class. It was, okay, it's all relative. because I was looking for a class on rigid heddle because I didn't know how to warp it up. Okay. And so then I was thinking about going up to Severs. I was thinking of going to Stitches. Well, then that got canceled. So all of these different options kind of like, and so this was $275 for the full day. I didn't think it was terrible.
Right.
I mean, could have been a lot worse.
Right. Full day, that's not so bad. Did they give you lunch or you had to go out on your own?
You were on your own.
Okay.
Yeah, we had
Did they have a food court in there? Oh, okay.
Yeah. You could get food or your downtown, it was at the whatever, what used to be the Midwest Center, what's it called now? I don't know.
Wisconsin Center.
Wisconsin Center, yeah, that's it. That's where it was. And there's plenty of walking in that area downtown, plenty of places. I mean, there was a Subway 2 blocks away. I went and got a sub.
Okay.
And the thing was, we had a 2-hour window. So I walked the half hour to get my sub and, and back, and then power shopped.
Okay.
So it was nice. I mean, Leading Men were there. Oh gosh, they're out of Milwaukee. Black Hat was there.
I like Black Cat.
I do too. I love their yarn. And so I enjoyed that.
Was it busy?
Not when I was there.
Because I heard Thursday it was like dead.
Well,
and any pictures I saw, it didn't look busy. So I was wondering.
It was a decent crowd. I wouldn't say packed. I don't know if this has ever been in Milwaukee before.
I don't know. I don't think so that I remember.
I don't know either, but I will tell you, I thought it was a great event. And the booths were good, the vendors were good. Maybe they could have used more. I mean, I would have been happy to see more yarn, truthfully.
Yeah. But if they're going to have more vendors, I think they probably needed more advertising too for the yarn market.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not what I would call well advertised.
No.
So that's that.
Okay.
And then what else do I have here?
I don't know.
I can talk about this. This is...
Somebody's coming in.
We have company.
Okay.
Okay, well, we're going to hit the pause button here.
We're back.
Hello. Where were we? Oh, yeah, this.
Okay.
This is... Let me show you this yarn. See how nice, good color, lots of irrigation.
Uh-huh.
I dyed it.
Oh.
This is my first attempt at a hand paint.
Yay.
So I hand painted this yarn. Now, it's pretty bright. I didn't expect it to be that bright. That said, I'll tone it down with this. And I'm going to have stripes.
Okay. Where did you dye it?
This was with the Weaving Guild.
Okay.
And they had a cotton dyeing.
Okay, so it's different dyes than
It's different dyes than you use. Yeah, exactly. And it was cotton, and so you had to, and it was fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Had a blast.
Good.
But, so this was, I did a third skein. I don't know that I'll need all three. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but whatever. But this I know is going to be striped with this. And then it's going to be a t-shirt.
Okay.
Because, yeah, it's a
cotton. Is that worsted weight? It looks
It's
kinda...
DK.
Oh, is it?
DK,
You'd probably be able to use like a size 7
that's what I'm thinking.
needle though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's calling for a 5 to 7, getting 5.5 stitches to the inch.
Yeah.
And it's 70% cotton, 30% linen.
Okay.
So,
yeah,
it's Knit Picks.
nice.
I just ordered this from Knit Picks. It's their Cotlin.
Uh-huh.
And this is the natural or undyed version of this. So you can see where I didn't get dye in some places. Well, that's going to blend really nice with this.
Okay.
And so I thought I would stripe it.
Good. Nice.
So that'll be my next cast on.
Okay.
Who knows? Maybe tonight even. I haven't swatched this, so I have no idea. Maybe I won't bother. I'll live dangerously.
Well, if you're doing a top-down raglan, or round yoke, you usually can because you can always adjust it as you go.
Well, that's true. Maybe that's what I'll do.
You got a bruise. I just noticed your bruise.
Isn't that a dandy? I have no idea how I did that. No idea. I just saw it the other day. Good Lord. Okay, so that's going to be my next cast on because I have to finish this first.
Okay.
This is what I'm working on. And this is Deep Stash.
Silky wool.
Silky wool, it is. I love the color. Look at this beautiful pumpkin. I love it. This thing is more tedious knitting than I have done in freaking forever. Because it's every row changes. You gotta.
Okay. Is that a shawl?
It is a shawl. And I got lots of stitches on this 32-inch needle, but I'll try to open up the center. See, it's got this repeat going on.
Okay.
So it starts stockinette, then garter, then it's got this weird thing going.
Kind of like a fan. Not
Kind of
quite
like
a
a
chevron, but
Yeah,
more like
kind
a
of. I don't know if you
fan.
can see that or not. I think, okay, you can't see, in my opinion, you can't see the texture on this very well.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know that if it's the yarn, or if it's the color, or if it's my gauge. But I have decided that this is going to be a very long, and not here. If here's the beginning, it's not going to be real deep.
Okay. Because are you almost done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got maybe 40 rows to finish, and that's it.
Okay.
So that does, 40 rows seems like a lot, but not necessarily when you're getting 32 rows and 4 inches or something to that effect.
Okay.
So it'll be about, maybe 4 more inches. Because
Okay.
there's, I think, 2 repeats of this and then some triangles.
Okay.
So that's what I'm working on. I'm trying to finish this. This pattern is called Veronico by Laura Ayler.
Okay.
And I have this pumpkin colored in Deep Stash. I know I'm going to love the color of this, and I'm going to love this finished object. I'm just trying to get it off my needles because it's not the most fun knit.
It reminds me of autumn.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. It does. And maybe that's why I'm not really into it, because color-wise, it's not very...
Yeah, it's spring now.
Yeah. Well, summer if you look at today.
Oh.
Yeah. But, so, yeah, I'm on, like, row 44 out of... Or 42. I just finished 42. 42 out of 85. So, yeah. Not a lot to go. And I hope that I will get it done by the weekend. That's my goal.
Okay.
So that's what I'm working on.
Okay. Well, what I'm working on is, the cashmere, 365 cashmere yarn. I'm making the culotte that I was challenged to make by the girls that are going with me to the mini meetup in July. It's culotte, C-U-L-E-T.
It auto self-corrects to cutlet all the time and drives
Yeah.
everyone crazy when they
Yeah.
want to look it up on Ravelry.
And
So
it's-
think cutlet and get rid of the T.
It's the pattern's from Barocco. Who is it they're having designed for them now? Allison Green, I think her name is. And it's made for the spree yarn, but I'm using a solid.
I
And-
think personally, I'm going to like it better in the solid.
Yeah, because there is a lot of lace there. And you're not going to see that so much in the spree. So I have about 12 more rows of lace, and then I'll get to plain stockinette. This one is taking a long time.
Well, it's a lot of work.
Lace every row.
Yep.
And it's not real intuitive on what you're going to do next.
Okay.
So, I mean, it looks like it is, but you constantly have to be looking at the pattern. So there you go.
Is it charted?
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
I don't know if it's written in there or I just went straight to the chart.
Okay.
So I am working on that a little bit in between my Corin cardigan, which is my main project I wanted to finish. And this one, I have added sleeves and sewn a shoulder seam since I saw you last.
Oh my gosh, Joanne, I love it.
Here, shoulder. Here is
Oh, I love it, love it, love it.
the cardigan.
See?
It's a little crop because I wanted to wear with my dresses.
So, what yarn is this?
This is the Anchor Bay.
Okay.
Anchor Bay on this one. So I'll hold the back so you can see the stitch detail a little better.
I love, you know, that anchor bay is working up really nice for that pattern.
And it's a little bit of a drop shoulder. So the sleeves look real short, but actually they come to right above my elbow.
You're knitting an awful lot of lace. Good Lord.
Oh, this one is really easy
Okay.
lace, really easy. It's only a 4-row repeat.
Okay.
So this one is intuitive. And now I'm doing the button band. It's going to have 4 buttons.
I heard that I was watching a podcast where they were talking about this pattern, and they were saying how well designed this thing is.
This is a brand new designer, Rebecca Clow. She's only been designing about a year.
But what they were commenting on in this podcast, and I'm looking at this and I'm seeing it here. The pickup area is so clean. It's like she planned to have the right places for you to pick up for your sleeve.
Right. There was a purl bump for every one of these stitches along the armhole. There was a purl bump you were picking up.
Yep.
And when you picked it up in the purl bump, it kind of twisted that stitch and there was no gap.
Yeah, that's what they were talking about.
Yeah.
Is how well thought out this was. And it certainly is making a great summer cardi.
About the pattern, except for I could use more pictures. This version, which is the V-neck short sleeve, was not in the picture anywhere in the pattern.
Oh.
But yet, it was included as an option.
Okay.
So, yeah, so I think there was no pictures. There could be more pictures. Even if you'd put them at the end, then people could choose if they wanted to print them all or not. Yeah, so anyway, now I am on I picked up for the button band. I just have to knit it. And it's going to have 4 buttonholes, so I came in and looked at all the buttons. Excuse the rattle. These are the buttons I decided to go with. They're going to go on the ribbing, so I'll show you here. I don't know, can you see well enough?
I think they're getting lost in the dark, but boy,
yeah,
I like them.
I mean, they match really well.
They do. That looks really good.
So that's the buttons I'm going to use.
Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh, they're gorgeous.
Yeah, I had like 4 to pick from, and this is what I picked. They just look really nice.
They do. They do.
I'll just show you the button on its own. You can't see. It's got
kind
like
of
a
a
little
turtle shell.
sparkle in there.
And some gold.
Yeah, it has a little shine. So, yeah, so I need 4 of those.
Very cool.
Here. And I'll leave that behind. And that's all I've been working on is just those 2 sweaters.
Wow.
So,
But that's a lot of lace work.
It is, but that one goes really quick.
This would be really
And it's
nice.
size 8 needle for the main body of the sweater. You can knit it on worsted or DK weight, she says. Yep. Now I'm on a size 6 for the ribbing though.
So you must have used an 8 all the way through. Okay.
And being a short sleeve and kind of cropped, it went pretty quick. So what is this, about 3 weeks, 4 weeks? 3 or 4 weeks I've been working on it only. And I'm doing the button band already. That's pretty good for me.
Yeah. That's very good considering how busy you've been.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Busy because the shop is closing the end of June. You can see behind us things keep disappearing. There's no shelves up there anymore with socks on. That's all gone. Becky and Paul are redoing their garage, so they came.
Really?
Yeah, they came and took some slat wall and some took those 3 shelves that were up there with all the socks.
Look at that.
I mean, just perfect timing that I'm closing down at the same time they're redoing their garage. So, yeah, it just worked out.
Well, I guess, yeah.
So, you must have a lot of dream knitting here. Look at all this yarn.
I do. Okay.
So,
The Cascade. I saw the coolest blanket that I want to do, and it's a modular construction. And I've got the idea of knitting blankets is kind of cool. So what I'm going to do is take some, I've got some of this color that's the Aran at home. And then I'm going to take this and this. Well, I can show it to you with this because the color's close enough. All right. So this is going to be the main color. All right. And then these 3 are the contrasts.
Very
and
nice.
It's modular knit, and it's really cool. So I am going to knit this blanket. I love the pattern, and I wanted to look and see, you know, what it had left in enough quantity. So that's what this is. This stuff, this Harvest, this is the worsted weight. All right, this Harvest is a really nice yarn.
It is very nice.
So I am taking a sweater quantity of this color. I have no idea what it will be.
Okay.
Probably a cardigan.
You could make the core in, because that can be DK or
I could, and the thought actually, when you were talking about it, thought crossed my mind.
It's got round neck or V-neck, and it's got short sleeves or long sleeves.
Well, that's certainly a possibility. Then, so that's what this is all for.
Okay.
Then this, in my weaving book, I had a pattern for a scarf that used this yarn in a self-striping, it's a self-striping colorway. And then this was the warp. And then for the weft, you used, I bought it, not silky wool, linen.
Zoe?
No, but very similar to that. It's a linen.
Okay.
Hempathy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, hempathy. And so I have hempathy at home, and I could weave that same scarf on a rigid heddle. I did it on a 4-shaft, and I really like the way it turned out. It's kind of got a very retro look. So I love this color, and I thought this would be great since I don't have any more hempathy.
Yeah.
You know,
I think this would be easier to warp in a rigid heddle direct warp, because then the stripes will stay in the right order. You know, I don't know. I'm not that great at weaving, but if you're using a warping board, isn't it kind of hard to keep your stripes in order?
I don't know.
Okay. So
Well,
yeah.
you know what? That's true.
So on a direct warp, this will stay in order then.
Well, theoretically, I'm going to try this. All right.
Okay.
If it works, I know where to find it.
Okay.
It'll be in your stash. If it's not here.
Maybe. There was some lady that wanted all of it, she said, but she was going to come back the second
All of
week
this?
June. Yeah.
Really?
Yep. We'll see if she comes back.
Wow. What would she do with it?
I don't know. She didn't say.
Okay. Well, I thought, the silver would be good, good weft. So I'm going to try this. That's what this is. And then I have this pumpkin. This is going to be gorgeous in my house. And I don't know if I'm going to knit it or weave it, but it's going to be either placemats or a runner. And there were 8 skeins of it, and I just bought it all because I love the color.
Yeah, it's pretty. And Pima 100, that's got a nice twist. I had a top hanging there that was knit with that, and it hung there for probably 2 years, and it didn't really stretch all out of shape. So I think that's because it's a nice tight twist.
Well, I did placemats out of this, a set of placemats. I have some in this color already. I'm going to use a different pattern. I kind of think I want to weave it.
Okay.
So that's what my plan is right now.
Okay.
So, and it'll be both the warp and the weft if I do weave it. And, if I have enough, it'll be placemats. If I don't have enough, it'll be, who knows? So, then,
I see some Rainbow Beach.
yeah, I got some Rainbow Beach in here, and that's going to be a color work hat.
Okay.
And
Nice.
that's it.
Nice full basket.
Yep. She likes that. colorful baskets walking out the door.
Yeah, I definitely do.
My old guy does not.
I bet.
We don't tell him. What he doesn't know doesn't hurt. So, yeah.
Okay.
And then I really like this color of the Audra.
Right.
I really do. So that's why I'm thinking.
But now there will only be 2 balls left after you buy yours, unless you buy those 2.
Well, I don't know why I would buy those. Well, I mean, you know, before I leave here, I am going to look up how much to knit this I need, because this is one of the possibilities.
Well, this is very A-line, because
Right,
at the
and it's
bottom
longer.
it's big, and it's got those fans, so that would take a
So
lot more yarn.
I got to check how much I truly need to knit that, and there may not be any of this color left. Who knows? So I want to check that before I go home.
Yeah. But
Well,
I
it's
was
funny.
looking at it, even if you leave that, you could, because it's kind of striping, you could even mix them and
Oh,
stripe
sure.
them together, and it would look cool. They have that same, that taupe beige
Yeah.
background, so they could definitely mix together really easy.
That could be. I just think this is pretty.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, there's Night Sky.
And Morning Sky.
And Morning Sky.
Morning Sky has the fans across the boobs too. It's like one continuous line right here, but that kind of hits me in a funny spot.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking I like the laciness of this. I think this would be look really nice that way. So I don't know. We'll see what I end up with. You know, but I love this color.
Yeah.
But I have looked at this color for a really long time because I've always loved this. So I don't know what I'm gonna end up doing.
Okay.
Who knows?
See, so go to order it quickly, because it might be gone. You got like 2 days to decide, because it takes me 2 days to get this up on YouTube.
Okay, cool.
So-
I have 2 days.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yep.
You know, it's funny. I feel like I'm buying yarn because I'm never going to buy yarn again. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
I mean, it is. But these are just these are projects. Well, like this color, for example, because you've had this a couple of years.
Oh, yeah.
And I knit this a couple of years ago. And we both laughed. This stuff has been in the shop and it's gorgeous knit up, but because it's in this weird ball thingy, nobody buys it.
Yep.
And they just do not understand how cool of a yarn this was. And so this, in this color especially, this is because of that. And I am buying it today. I have no idea when I'm gonna knit it. I'm not sure what pattern it's going to be, but I gotta do it now. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Right. Well, and it's half price now, so.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
at any rate.
Yep. All right. One more week at half price.
Okay. One more
All right.
week. Okay.
All
Well,
right. Well, that's about all.
that's what we got for this week.
Okay.
See you soon. Bye-bye.